Hey everybody, a lot of updates today, a lot to go through. I hate it when people are like this. Sit down, shut the fuck up, and pay attention. I have a literal mountain of supplements to go through. Uh, what I have tried didn't work. What I don't want to keep taking, things I might keep. Uh, the Vision Quest that I've been on, things that might change, drop, be added. Uh, Another box of supplements that are all about the healing of the nerve, optic nerve, and the retinal ganglion cells, their axonal pathways, and optic nerve. So healing the neurons is important to being able to see more, because that's how we see more. Have to heal the damage that reactive oxygen species caused. They're like little ninjas running around, drop kicking our retinal ganglion cells, hitting our freaking axonal pathways with the samurai sword. I don't like them. So we need to heal the damage that they caused, and that's why we went blind. So also, we're going to have a music video. I made the Test Rat anthem, and this pile of supplements kind of is why I'm the test rat. I've taken a lot of stuff already. The Vision Quest, the original Vision Quest supplements, I think are good. There's one that I'm going to be dropping, and one that I'm going to be adding and replacing, and then one I'm adding. And that's good. But there's a lot more that I've tried and that I'm going to be trying. We'll go through that today. But I want to introduce you to the Test Rat anthem.
Look, late night grind, no rest, no break. Shock at every step, every move I make. Not chasing the cure that ain't death plan, just rewilding the damage, fixing what I can. Hour after hour, stacking the list. Every compound testing, not what is missed. Methylene blue, scavenging the trace. Pull lost electrons back into place. Mutation flip, complex one stuck. It native grabbed, electrons erupt, floating free. But this ain't a game. RS out here like ninjas to blade. Not taking my gang in, slicing too fast. Samurai assassins wrecking my past. The test rat fights, test rat strikes. One by one, I take out their might. This ain't random, not a blind guess. Every new stack, I measure the steps. Some things work, some things don't. Some bring light, some just don't. 11 months deep, still dialing in. Documenting each loss, each win. One wrong move, vision phase. One right shift, colors cascade. Not just for me, the spirit in that. Blueprints written in every stat. One master mix, one final dose. The formula built for those who lost hope. Fast and furious, back from the spin. Brian Aston, stepping back in. Second life, second loss. But this time, I drive my boss. Head on down, feeling that burn. Flipping the script with every turn. One step closer, one day more. Bit by bit, I lock the door. Wants the test rat, he moves fast. Supplements in, supplements out, nothing lasts. One by one, I test, no doubt. Watch for now. The test realize I will figure it out.
All right, what do you guys think about the Test Rat music? Yeah, music video. It's not really much of a video. It's just a picture of the Test Rat and then the song that I made in the background. But yeah, that's the Test Rat. So also, there's a lot. Going over some of the improvements that I have had. I just before this video took notes on a college rule spiral notebook, and just with a pen, black rollerball pen, and I think that the writing went pretty well. At the top, it more veered off and went upwards and to the right as I got further along the paper. But I think that was because what I've done for 20 years is close my left eye and get real close and use a Sharpie to write like 1.5-inch tall letters. So having my left eye open and trying to do that, at the bottom of the page of notes, the writing is more along the line and continues. And I am interested in having a spiral notebook of college ruled paper because I need to kind of get back on the hooked on phonics, like how to write the letter A. My brain telling my hand, seeing the paper and what the pen is doing doesn't exactly create the alphabet. So I'm going to get maybe write an entire page of A's, uppercase, lowercase, cursive, and, just repeat and try and fill up the whole page with a letter and make sure they're written nicely and along each line. But from going, my mom wrote those. I was going to show you a piece of paper I have with old notes on something, but I don't have any. So, yeah, we'll just watch kind of the progress of my notes as the lettering gets a little bit better and they are more straight on the lines and stuff. So, I think that's a huge improvement. I can't read it, from sitting up looking down on a desk, but getting in close, like maybe 2 inches away, I can barely read it, because 1, I wrote it, and 2, I can kind of read it. So, just a positive thing, I think, being able to write with a pen and read it, which hasn't been in my realm of possibilities for over 20 years. So that's an improvement. My left eye has improved a lot. When I close my right eye or cover it, and I look right at the camera, I can't exactly see. Oh yeah, I'm using a different thing. I have my phone. Booyah! I have my phone so I can look at stuff on my phone while I'm making a video. Because I got the webcam on my computer set up. But if I cover my right eye and just use my left eye, I can tell that the webcam is right there. I can't really see it, but I can see the TV fairly well, just to my left, the monitor I use. And, this stuff, art is up on the wall, just looking straight ahead. So my left eye peripheral vision and kind of just the overall, I don't know how to describe that, atmosphere, general detail of more, I can see the room and stuff that I'm in, because not too long ago, my left eye wasn't really usable much, so that's a big improvement. When I can read the thing with my left eye, that'll be a really, really huge improvement. But, down the line, we'll keep working and it'll get here. So, other improvements, this one's also with my left eye. When I'm looking at the TV, I can more tell what's happening. Covering my right eye and just look straight at the TV, I can more see what the scene is. And, I don't know what it is exactly. People or characters moving across the screen, or somebody will walk from left to right, and I can catch that something moved, a dark shape, a blur, something like that. But this is kind of big. I've found a place in my left eye vision my bad eye. So nothing was usable, nothing was visible in any kind of usable way a year ago. We'll just go with that. My vision just wasn't very good in my left eye. Compared to my right eye, there was no real comparison. I had no vision in my left eye, and all the vision I used and got was from my right eye. So, like with my right eye, I've made videos and I said, looking down and to the right for the last 20 years or whatever it's been, I can see up in the middle where the TV is. Same thing with my left eye. When I look down into, like way down into the left, way up into the right, there's a spot that's like fucking super clear. But it actually is very painful to hold your vision down here on the left and really try and see and get and use what's coming in up there in the clear spot. So I made my eyes hurt for like 2 days. I just strained the muscles, or I don't know, was making light come into parts of my eye that haven't seen light in so long. Who knows? But that's there. Like when I cover my right eye and I look down, let me back up. Yeah. So that's when I look right here on the desk. Oh man, can't see that. Too far away. When I look right here on the desk, I can see the webcam with my left eye. Not perfectly, but it's there. It's kind of crazy, because with my left eye, that hasn't been possible for 20 years. And to get exactly into that clear spot, it is painful. So I tried to watch football 3 weeks ago like that, and smashing my eye down to the left and trying to really see what's up and to the right, and yeah, just stress my shit out, and that's not good. So I was just like, ooh, new vision. So left eye has improved quite a bit. We'll see. And I was supposed to set the doctor's appointment before I made this video, but the crows aren't chirping, nobody's here, and there's no noises being made, and I have to find out about that. I might need a hearing aid to like baffle all background noise or something. I don't know. A MS lesion may have caused hearing issues. Like right now, if a car pulled up and they close the door, I'll just not in a I'm scared kind of way, but like just the sound, it'll kind of jolt me. And when there's two people talking, forget it. I don't know either one of you said. Just stop. What did you say? And just try to get them to speak one at a time. Yeah, so there's different things with my hearing. I think that's what the issue is. I don't know. Maybe I'm just secluded too much and never around people. And now every noise wrecks my brain. Like before I started recording, there was a whole family of crows outside my window. I can't do this while there's crows, because it just would drive me fucking crazy. So, I'm the test rat. Let's go through some supplements. Alright, this is what I bought in kind of the thinking of I need to increase stem cells that come to the eye, the optic nerve, whatever, the eye. So I bought quite a bit of things. Oh, that's L-citrulline. No. That's a no. Don't take that. Don't take that. This is that. I got too many things. Hold on. Chaga might, maybe. Astaxanthin, maybe. Cordyceps, nah. Grapeseed, nah. L-citrulline, nah. What is this? It's too small for me to read. Magnifier. I can't wait to throw this thing the fuck away. You know what I did with my wedding ring? Oh, I went to the Des Moines Marina. They got a pier that goes way out into the Puget Sound. Took it off. Maybe somebody someday will find a wedding ring. The water does go out, but not that far. Anyways, let's go through supplements. First, I have NMN, Nancy Mary Nancy I've been talking about. But this is Nancy Mary Nancy Harry. On the spot. Wow, that's weird. Nancy Mary Nancy and Harry. What a quadruple. So NMNH is something like extremely new that I found. My notifications in YouTube and different things. I get notified about all kinds of stuff. Hence the fucking mountain of supplements. So NMNH is, like I was saying, brand new. And there's just not much info about it. Not like pertaining to us, LHON, and this, like, my AI never heard of it. Like, not really that much info on the internet. When you think of something cool and you thought you found something cool, but there's not really that much out there, chill. So we're gonna put that one away. These two I might. What is this? L-citrulline. What's this? Yes. And also, CoQ10 with PQQ. I took this for a little bit, and I just was mainly interested in the CoQ10 part of it, but the PQQ was something that, I don't know the right way to say it, induces mitochondrial autophagy. So essentially, taking this will make more mitochondria. Do I need more mitochondria? I don't think so. I don't know, maybe. But I mean, my body already has a way to make new, replace damaged or broken mitochondria and that sort of thing. It's the term that this stuff is supposed to induce. Mitochondrial autophagy. So, I'm not taking CoQ10 with PQQ. There's not enough, I don't want to say evidence. There's not enough stuff. There's not enough that tells me you need more new mitochondria. Those mitochondria will have the same mitochondrial DNA, which will be mutated, which will cause more cause more reactive oxygen species, and that maybe would cause more damage, and that would mean you go more blind. So even with a thought of down the line, and if this and that and that, blah blah blah, I don't want to do something, then maybe you go more blind. I don't like that. That's dumb. So, next up, we've got L-citrulline. And L-citrulline also I'm not going to take. L-citrulline turns into L-arginine. L-arginine turns into nitric oxide. And having nitric oxide sort of might be a good thing to help deliver the nutrients through, the bloodstream and to different cells and all that. Just biology stuff. But I don't know that I really need to do that. So it was something I bought a little, tried a little. I don't know. It just kind of gave me a little uneasy. So, next we have grapeseed extract. And also thought with this and many of these is to induce stem cells and provide things that help mitochondria and stem cells. And why does this keep getting turned up? So grapeseed extract, maybe I'll add it back in, but there's a mountain of pills we're going to go through today, so how many more do I just need to add? I added it all up. My cousin, he's a firefighter, and he asked me, how many pills in total do you take in a day? I think it's 29, and it sounds like a lot. I just watched a YouTube video. I love YouTube videos. Of one of the top biohackers in the world. He's like number 1 or 2 or whatever, up there with Brian Johnson, another one of the top, billionaire people who takes 100 and something supplements a day and looks amazing, and he's 60. So this guy was 63, and he said he took 170 pills a day. I'm not doing shit. He's got the money for all the testing and all the doctors and all the knowledge of what does what and don't interfere with this and that. But that doesn't exactly work out like that. In his story in the video, he was talking about he can't absorb B vitamins, and he found that out through testing and all that. And different B vitamins were not being absorbed or used properly. And so he started on this journey to cut everything out and blah, blah, blah. Then he found out that it was the tea that he was drinking in the morning. So he cut tea out, which is good. It's beneficial. He wanted it for everything the tea benefits. But it was canceling out his B vitamins. And he drank some special combined, his own version of tea with lemon and sprig of whatever. So, somebody who's they're really doing it. And they got the money and the means and blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, 29 is not that many. If I took all of these all at once, I think I'd still be under that. So, grapeseed, I might add back in. What do we got here? Cordyceps. This one kind of goes in the line with the better blood flow, delivering oxygen. So that was kind of the thought with that. My gripe with this is another pill. I haven't exactly tested this one yet. So, grapeseed and cordyceps, possibly. I'll try again in the future. And next up, we've got chaga. Chaga mushroom. CHAGA. Chaga. And also, again, I was on this kick of blood flow and delivering nutrients and things like that. And next one, different parts of these, and I think a combination of, what was it, grapeseed and chaga, maybe? I can't remember. There was a combination of two of them that like helped induce the stem cells. And stem cells are good. They help repair. They renew. They turn into whatever. So I was looking for stem cell stuff. So I was chaga also can help with opening blood vessels. Yeah, I think that's what they would be called, because I'm talking about in the brain, basically. Opening up blood vessels and helping to deliver the oxygen and nutrients and stuff. So, chaga, maybe I'll put that back in at some point. But grapeseed, chaga, and cordyceps, chaga and cordyceps are both mushrooms. And grapeseed is a fucking grape. So, I don't think there'd be that much. Don't take this and this because that's way too much of that. They're food product type thing, like mushrooms. I don't know. So, and the next one is a carotenoid, and this one's called astaxanthin. We've talked about this before. I was on it back in the day with a Vision Quest 1.0, and it can help induce stem cells to the eye, and as well as really good antioxidant for reactive oxygen species, kind of specifically. So that I may add back in, and out of these that I may add back in, the grapeseed, the cordyceps, the chaga, the astaxanthin would be the one that I would start with. Alright, so kind of went through my first try of the different supplements to induce stem cells or increase blood flow. That was kind of my premise with that box of supplements. And I would say out of all of those, astaxanthin would be the one that I would add back in. And not yet, because there's a lot changing, a lot going to be happening. So let's go through what I'm taking right now. The original Vision Quest 2.0. Alright, let's go through the original Vision Quest, a little bit what it's been altered to, and what I'm taking right now, and how it's working, and the schedule, and that sort of stuff. So, first, we have NMN, Nancy Mary Nancy. Love this one, been talking about it a lot. It's a precursor to NAD+, or NAD with an electron. Next is L-taurine. Taurine with an L in front of it. Good for clearing free radicals from the retina, is what I've read specifically, and also delivering nutrients and being a good. There's so many of these big dumb words. Amino acid. And then next we have R-alpha lipoic acid. And then next we have vitamin B12, the tablets. And then apigenin. That is a flavonoid, comes from the plant of parsley. Next is lion's mane. fast. Yeah, lion's mane. Then Bacopa. I've been taking this for about 3 weeks. It's Bacopa Marie, Manrari. I don't know. The second part's real hard to say. They say it in my video that's coming up soon. I mean, in a minute. So Bacopa, also kind of like lion's mane. This is a root from a plant in Southeast Asia and area. It's been used in Ayurvedic. I can't talk today. Holy May. See? I was trying to say holy moly, but I said holy May. What's going on? I'm so excited with all these supplements. So, Bacopa. It's good for healing neurons, getting neurons to fire more properly, having neurons be faster, having neurons actually have better connections. Bacopa. I like that one because it's fun to say. Bacopa, Bacopa, Bacopa. Next, lutein. So these are 20 milligram lutein pills. Next is Sight Care. I just buy these from Amazon. They're $60 for 5 bottles. 1 bottle per month, I guess. And yeah, I just buy them on Amazon because where I originally heard about them, they were $350 for 3, something like that. Marketing and stuff. So I just buy them on Amazon. They're like $60. Let's see here. That's changing. It's changing. Next is resveratrol. Ugh. Which one first? Which one first? Algae tablets. So spirulina and chlorella algae tablets. And I have found that taking 8 of them 3 times a day is best results for me. We'll talk about that in a second. So, I have changed my amount of doses per day, my schedule, and I no longer take 4 doses of anything in a day. I only take the 8 to 9 a.m., 1 to 2 p.m., and 7 to 8 p.m. So 3 treatments per day, or 3 times I take all these freaking pills. So I take NMN 3 times a day. I take L-taurine 2 times a day, morning and afternoon. R-alpha lipoic acid, morning and afternoon. Vitamin B12, morning and afternoon. Spin, baby, spin. Oh, apigenin, morning and afternoon. Lion's mane, all 3, morning, afternoon. Oh no, hold on. Yes, all 3. And then Bacopa, all 3. And those will be 200 milligram pills. And I'll have a link in the description of the video for all the products that I'm going to take. This Bacopa will be added to the next round, even though I've secretly been sliding it in for the last couple weeks, and I do think that it is a good thing that I should take. So Bacopa, these are just 500 milligram pills And I will be switching to the more appropriate 200 milligram pills 3 times a day. So, lutein 3 times a day, Site Care 2 times a day, morning and night. Resveratrol, morning and night. Algae tablets, all 3. And then this one. It's kind of giving me a little bit of trouble just in the pronunciation of the name. Geranium, or whatever. GG. So I have been not operating from as kind of a precaution, maybe. I was taking GG, which is the last 2 molecules in the long chain quinone of CoQ10. So the last 2 molecules in a CoQ10 chain is this stuff. And I don't know why. I just have always thought there's not enough CoQ10. Or we make it wrong. Or I don't know. Did you do the study into that? Because I haven't yet. I don't think anybody else did either. I don't know. That was just a thought that I had. So I've been taking GG, which isn't bad. Good for mitochondrial integrity, the membrane and stuff like that. I don't have it. I will be replacing this. So I will still have a pill up here for this, but it won't be this. It's going to be Ubiquinol. Ubiquinol. So basically pure activated CoQ10. Yeah. I got convinced by my AI. That's better. It was like an hour and a half fight. I made it be like real mean to me and stuff. Like, you need to do this because of this. Like, okay. So the GG will be replaced with Ubiquinol. I think that's about it on that one. So next up, we've got the podcast. I've made these before. They're AI podcasts. Everybody thinks they're fantastic. Don't scroll away from the chair with this thing around your neck. Alright, we got the third round of trying supplements to see what doesn't do anything, what I shouldn't have taken, what hurt. Yeah, I've already lost vision because of trying this, which is not good. Don't do that. So, first up on the lift. See, I can't talk today. What is wrong with me? My brain is like mush. There's hours and hours and hours of research behind all of this. Just for these 8 supplements, I talked to AI for literally, it's not a joke, literally 23 hours in one weekend. Like well over 10 hours every day. And I don't even get like 6 minutes with my doctor. By the time he's done typing. That's why I haven't seen him in years. Fuck that guy. So, Bacopa Marie, 200 milligram pills. Yes. Bacopa is something that I have been taking a little bit already for probably 3 weeks, and I think it's good. So I will add that to the Vision Quest. like I said when I was going through it last time. Nope. Yep. Next is Ubiquinol. That'll be replacing the GG we talked about just a little bit. And next up, and are you interested in taking magnesium? A lot of people take magnesium. There's 7 kinds of magnesium. Before I started this, in my before the Vision Quest plan, all that research, magnesium L-threonate is what I kind of picked out of the 7 different magnesiums, rather than taking one pill of magnesium that has all 7 kinds of magnesium. I don't like to take pills with multiple things in it. If I'm going to take a pill, it should be for that thing. Anyways, magnesium L-threonate, I think, and AI thinks, is better for LHON. And next, American Ginseng. American Ginseng. And next, Ginkgo Biloba. And I'm not gonna go that much into like what these ones, like details about what they are, what they could possibly do, all that stuff. In just a moment, I have one of those podcasts, the AI podcast I made, and I'll tell you just a moment, a second. This is vitamin B3, niacin, just niacin, not vitamin B3 in a complex with other vitamins, and not vitamin B3, B6, BC. I have a little vitamin C. I just cannot stop saying B. Vitamin B, whatever. So niacin, and this one I think is a good one. I mentioned something about this in doing research on just talking with AI and doing stuff on the internet. I hate Google. That's what the internet is. You go to Google. So this has a long shelf life of 12 to 17 hours. And I would only take one of these at night, in the night dose, so 8 p.m., and then let it do its thing overnight, and then into the next day. And then in the afternoon, until I take the next pill, it's not really into my system or doing anything. That's okay. So this one is Huperzine A, or people say it differently, Huperzine or Huperzine. Huperzine A. So that's kind of the next stage of what I'm going to be kind of popping some pills and seeing what happens. The only thing is, like, you can take this. I'm not really endorsing. This is the plan. You gotta take these things. Then you get all your sight back. That'd be dope, right? That's what I'm trying to figure out. So I'm trying to be as responsible and stuff as I can be. Yo, my mom's freaking the fuck out. But she knows that I try to be as safe and as knowledgeable about all this different stuff. I'm trying to do it as right as I can. And she understands that there's nothing really gonna do it for me. I already went down the trials and blah blah blah. The blah 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 on that one is a lot. The trials of LHON and getting approved and this and that, and we have a gene therapy and we can get a cure and Fuck you. Yeah. So, I'm going to go ahead and play the next podcast. And the video editing, I don't think is very good. Because my video editor that I always use, OpenShot, when I push the spacebar, it waits like a second and a half to pause the video. Instant! It needs to be instant! Otherwise, you're just making a really goofy ass video where everything's off. Like, the guy will start talking, 9 seconds later, he'll appear. So I had to use a different video editor, Clipchamp, just a Windows one, and the timeline is tiny, and I couldn't really exactly see it, and the program doesn't work the same, so I couldn't really get in there and fine tune and stuff, and there's a few things. The guy's picture shows and the girl's talking, or vice versa sometimes. Yeah. And this is huge. I think this is huge. Let me take a drink before I tell you this, because my throat's getting dry. So, 91%, 80%, 58%. What? To make those podcasts and do the editing that I was just talking about, the first one took me 5 days. That's a long time. Smashing your face against the monitor, trying to do the video editing. I could, and, took forever and wasn't all that amazingly great at it, but I could. So, maybe 8-10 hours a day for 5 days. And the next one, the one all about just the supplements, took me 5 hours. That's a 91% increase. Like, it took me 5 hours to make the second one. It took me 5 days to make the first one. That's almost like 100. That's 91%. That's crazy. And then, for this one that you're about to see, which I don't think is very great because of the video editor that I had available to use. 1 hour. 1 fucking hour. I mean, the actual whole video is like an hour and 27 minutes, but if you cut out all the time when I'm not actually doing the thing, is 1 hour. And I think that if I get more of it, pause. I think that the more vision I get back, because I will and I am, I can probably get that down to 20-25 minutes. I think a fairly skilled video editor with that program and just doing this type of thing, 20-25 minutes would be acceptable if you paid somebody to do it. And that's kind of that's the next goal. 5 days, 5 hours. 5 hours, 1 hour. 1 hour, 25 minutes? So, yeah. This video I don't think is all that great edited, and I'm not really proud of it, but it's really just the audio track from Google Podcast that we get, Notebook LM. So, I will play that.
We've got a lot more ground to cover. What's next on the list?
Next up is magnesium L-threonate, and this one's particularly interesting because it's a form of magnesium that's really good at getting into the brain.
The brain. We've been talking a lot about the eyes and the optic nerve.
Hmm.
How does the brain fit into all of this?
Well, remember those retinal ganglion cells we keep mentioning? Those are neurons, and they're part of the nervous system, which includes the brain.
Right. It all connects. So magnesium L-threonate is basically brain-boosting magnesium.
You could say that. You see, regular magnesium supplements often have trouble crossing the blood-brain barrier, that protective shield around our brains. But magnesium L-threonate slips right through, delivering magnesium directly where it's needed most.
Sneaky. So what does this special magnesium do once it's in the brain? Why is it so important, especially for someone with LHON?
Well, for one thing, it helps protect those neurons from something called excitotoxicity. It's basically like when a neuron is firing too much and starts to damage itself like an overloaded circuit. Magnesium L-threonate helps calm things down.
Ah, so it's like a chill pill for overexcited neurons. I bet that's helpful for someone with LHM where those retinal ganglion cells are already under a lot of stress.
Exactly. It's about giving those cells the best chance of survival and function, even when they're facing challenges like mitochondrial dysfunction.
Makes sense. But isn't magnesium also important for energy production?
You're absolutely right. Magnesium is involved in tons of processes in the body that are essential for energy production.
So it's like a two-for-one deal, protecting neurons and helping with energy production. Brian really is strategic with these supplement choices.
He is. And speaking of energy production, next on the list is Ubiquinol, which is basically a super-powered version of CoQ10.
Ubiquinol. I think I've seen that at the health food store. It's supposed to be really good for energy, right?
Yeah.
How does that work? And how does it help with LHON?
Ubiquinol is the active form of CoQ10, which means it can go to work right away without needing to be converted first. And as we discussed earlier, CoQ10 is a crucial part of that mitochondrial electron transport chain, that energy production pathway that's compromised in LHON.
Right. So ubiquinol is like giving those mitochondria a direct hit of energy fuel.
Precisely. It helps shuttle electrons along that transport chain, ensuring that those mitochondria can keep churning out ATP, the energy currency that cells need to function.
I can see why that would be especially important for those retinal ganglion cells. They're constantly working to transmit visual information to the brain, so they need a lot of energy.
Exactly. And without enough energy, those cells start to struggle, which can lead to vision loss.
Okay, ubiquinol check. But didn't you say it's also a powerful antioxidant?
Right. Ubiquinol can neutralize those harmful free radicals, which can damage cells and contribute to aging and disease. And free radical damage is a key factor in LHON, so having a potent antioxidant like ubiquinol on board is a big help.
So it's like giving those retinal ganglion cells double protection, more energy, and a shield against damage. This is starting to feel like we're assembling a superhero team for Brian's eyes.
I like that analogy. And speaking of superheroes, let's move on to American Ginseng, which is often touted as a natural energy booster.
American ginseng, that sounds familiar. I always see it in those energy drinks. But I'm guessing it does more than just give you a quick pick-me-up.
You're right, it does. American Ginseng is considered an adaptogen.
An adaptogen? What's that?
It basically means it helps the body deal with stress better.
Stress. Yeah, that never helps anything. But what does it have to do with the LHON?
Well, stress can lead to inflammation and oxidative stress, which can make LHON worse. American Ginseng helps reduce those things.
So it's like creating a calmer internal environment for those retinal ganglion cells so they could function better.
Exactly. It's all about helping those cells do their job as well as they can, despite the challenges of LHON. Plus, American Ginseng also has antioxidant properties and can help improve blood circulation.
So more oxygen and nutrients reaching those vital organs, including the eyes. It seems like everything is coming back to those retinal ganglion cells and making sure they have what they need.
It all connects. And speaking of things that connect, let's move on to Bacopa Monnieri.
Bacopa Monnieri, that rings a bell. I think I've read about that one. Something to do with memory, right?
You got it. It's been used for centuries in Ayurvedic medicine to improve cognitive function.
So how does that help with LHON? We're talking about vision loss, not memory problems.
It's all connected. Bacopa Monnieri has been shown to protect neurons from damage and maybe even help them regenerate. And those retinal ganglion cells we keep talking about, those are neurons.
Right. So anything that protects those cells is potentially helpful for someone with LHON. But how does it actually work?
One of its key actions is enhancing synaptic communication.
Synaptic communication. That sounds technical. Break it down for me.
Synapses are basically the tiny gaps between neurons where signals are transmitted. Bacopa Monnieri helps to strengthen those connections so communication between neurons is more efficient.
So it's like boosting the signal strength between those retinal ganglion cells, making sure that visual information gets transmitted to the brain more effectively.
Exactly. Plus, it also has some potent antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties.
So it's a multitasker, protecting those nerve cells and boosting communication. What's next?
Next up is niacin, which you probably know as vitamin B3.
Niacin. Yeah, that's one I've heard of. Isn't that good for cholesterol or something?
It is. But it also plays a big role in cellular energy production, which is why it's on Brian's list.
Energy production again. I'm seeing a pattern here.
Yeah.
But we already talked about NMN for that.
You're right. But there's a subtle difference here. Niacin is a component of NAD, plus remember, that crucial coenzyme for energy production.
So it's like NMN provides the building blocks for NAD plus NE, and niacin makes sure it all gets assembled properly.
You got it. And there's even more. Niacin also helps improve blood flow.
Okay, that's the second supplement we've talked about that does that. First American Ginseng, and now niacin.
Exactly. Improved blood circulation means more oxygen and nutrients getting to those all-important retinal ganglion cells.
It's all connected. So niacin is a multitasker too. What's next?
Now we're moving on to Huperzine A, and this one comes from a rather unexpected source, moss.
Moss,
Yeah.
like the stuff that grows on trees. I had no idea moss could be so powerful.
Nature is full of surprises.
Yeah.
Huperzine A comes from a specific type of moss called Huperzia serrata. It's actually been used in traditional Chinese medicine for centuries.
Interesting. So what's its superpower?
Huperzine A helps maintain levels of a neurotransmitter called acetylcholine, which is involved in memory, learning, and also transmitting signals from the retina to the brain.
Okay, I get the memory part, but how does that connect to vision and LHON?
Acetylcholine plays a role in sending those visual signals from the retina to the brain. Remember, with LHON, those signals are messed up because of damage to the optic nerve.
So Huperzine A is like a signal booster, helping those messages get through despite the damage.
You got it. It's all about maximizing the efficiency of those retinal ganglion cells and making sure those visual signals reach the brain as clearly as possible.
That's pretty amazing. Plus, I think I read that Huperzine A can also protect those nerve cells from damage.
You have a great memory. It's been shown to protect neurons from things like oxidative stress and excitotoxicity.
Right, so it's like a double whammy, boosting signals and protecting those fragile nerve cells. What else is Brian taking?
Let's move on to another familiar one, Ginkgo biloba.
Ginkgo biloba. Now, that's one I know. It's good for memory, right? My grandma swears by it.
You're right. Ginkgo biloba is often used for memory and cognitive function. It comes from one of the oldest living tree species on Earth. Pretty cool, right?
It is. But how does an ancient tree help with vision loss?
One of its key benefits is enhancing blood flow and improving circulation.
There's that blood flow again.
Yeah.
We've talked about how important that is for delivering oxygen and nutrients to those retinal ganglion cells.
Exactly. And it's also a powerful antioxidant, which helps protect those cells from damage.
So it's a multitasker, just like all the others we've talked about. What's next?
Now we're circling back to lion's mane mushroom. Remember, we talked about its potential for boosting cognitive function, but it also has some unique properties that go beyond just brain power.
Right. It's the mushroom that stimulates nerve growth factor, NGF. It's like miracle grow for neurons.
Exactly. And while that's exciting for brain health in general, it also holds potential for nerve regeneration and protection, which is particularly relevant to LHON.
So it's giving those retinal ganglion cells a fighting chance to regenerate and rebuild those damaged connections.
That's the idea. The research is still ongoing, but the possibilities are pretty amazing.
It is remarkable how much potential there is in the natural world.
Yeah.
All right, how'd you like that podcast? Gave you, I don't think that in-depth information about all the new supplements I'm going to try. I just have a ton of different things going on right now, and I don't have 900 hours to do this and blah, blah, blah. So I didn't spend as much time really digging deep and getting the AI to write out an incredible amount of information about each thing and then give that to Notebook LM to make the podcast like I did the first two. So it was operating on less info and less like direction. But, you know, just wanted to kind of get some information out there and let everybody know what I'm trying. And just because I talk about something, especially 2 out of 3 of those boxes, it's not an endorsement of any kind to take this. And because you see me, I'm taking this now. Nice. I need to take that too. Maybe, but maybe not. Because in the second round, I lost vision. My vision was getting a lot worse. Everything was blurry, and so don't just copy me and then never watch another video. Yeah. But I just kind of wanted to get in, update everybody. You seen the test rat anthem? I'm the test rat. I got a goddamn mountain of supplements. And, yeah. So, with even more knowledge, even more studying, even more detail, I could take way more supplements. Like, homeboy said 170 pills per day. I'm at 29. I'm slacking. I need to just start drinking these pills like water. Kidding. I kid. But I just wanted to get in and update everybody what kind of my left eye vision has been getting a lot better. There aren't really things that are like, oh, I can see that color, or I can see that further, that sort of thing. Overall, I would say just in general, like looking around my room, I can see most everything. I was going to say literally everything, because my magnifier, my cell phone, my Pepsi, my water, my notebook. I mean, I can see pretty much everything. The camera's right here, the mouse right here. Like, it's a lot better than it has been in the past. That's for fucking sure. So I will just keep going, just keep learning, just keep researching, and just keep taking pills. A lot of pills. All right. Test rat out.